yeah. From the cozy confines of the Starburns Industries recording booth, Harmontown is now in session. Put your hands together for Steve Levy, everybody.
Hey.
And the mayor of Harmontown, Dan Harmon.
All right. Thank you for waiting. Can I get a little more of my favorite person in my headphones? Is that possible? I hear myself better.
You want more of me?
I tried to dance around it, but it's me. Thank you for waiting. If you're a subscriber and you're watching,
sorry if it came up late. That was my fault. I got here late.
And also, here's some apologies. We'll just start with the show with apologies because this is like our second really official week doing this out of here. We did 1 week where it was like Church was running around with a camera. This is our second week of like, all right, here we go. We're broadcasting from this booth. So it's it's lit like a preschool. And we're gonna try to make it a little prettier. We'll try to come up with a system where we're starting right at 8 so that you, the subscribers, can at least be gaining things from this transitional period. Like, okay, at least I know it's on time now that there's no audience. Who knows if you like the audience more or hate the audience and are so happy that we're doing this. But in any case, like, we're in progress. Like, we're going to keep on, like, evolving this.
Is the castle going to be a thing again? Is that going to get back online?
Yeah. We are currently as active as human beings possibly could be in trying to legitimize that space. It's a bunch of city hall stuff. Burbank is a city where parrots are wild. They have wild parrots in Burbank. Mm-hmm. It's a crazy town. You can still walk in off the street into a vacuum cleaner repair shop.
Those are my favorite.
It's an old world community underneath a frozen chocolate shell of antiquity and provinciality. And they saw 900 millennials on a sidewalk at late at night, and they freaked out. But I'm not saying they also, we were in violation of 1,000 codes that
right.
We didn't know we were in violation.
And yet Chili John's runs unhindered. That place just deals in diarrhea, and yet they're allowed to function freely.
So there's a whole process, and maybe we can, I don't know, people a little NPR of us, but maybe we can make it part of the. Maybe we can do like remote pieces where we have Nolan like check in with us. Basically, his full-time job, because he used to eat what he killed in terms of booking the room. Now he's just a man without a country, so we're paying him as much as we can to make his job to like get the venue legitimized. So he's like having to interact with city hall people and he's got to go to meetings and things. And
we should be documenting that. Is it possible for us to take like a little Zune and go out there and like podcast from City Hall while we're trying to clear this crap up?
A Microsoft Zune?
A Microsoft Zune. Now, what's the little recordy thing?
A Zoom. I just hadn't heard the word Zune in a while.
I don't know what they're called. I like that we have Church just hanging out in the booth with us.
Yeah, I like it too.
Hello, Church.
So, yeah.
Church is wearing her, what can only be described as Matrix trash bag outfit. I love
and as long as we're shining a spotlight on some of the like Nolan's out there hitting the hard, sweaty streets of Burbank, dodging wild parrots, trying to get our permits back, and let's doff our cap to Chris Baruff, who we're crammed into Burbank's largest Harmon-owned VO booth. When we were building the studio, the room that we're sitting in right now was full of like boxes of social security numbers and inspirational posters from a failed tax company.
Oh.
And there was literally a guy in the corner of the room with the last phone plugged into the wall, no desk, standing and basically saying, I got to call you back, into the phone next to a garbage bin full of everyone's tax taxes. I mean, if you were nefarious, if you were a dumpster diver, you could have walked out of this place with it would have been like an Equifax on a very low scale, because probably a bunch of Burbank business owners' social security numbers. But anyways, this place was a pile of garbage. We built, and I said, let's build a booth. The partners at Starburns were like, all right. And we started talking specs, and I was like, guys, one of these days we're going to be podcasting out of this thing. Make it big. Still not big enough to podcast out of comfortably. I mean, not make it look cool. And Chris is therefore. My point is, Chris is a hero right now.
This is the same size as Howard Stern's little.
Well, I don't think that's true. I think you know how it is. Like in TV, it's like whenever, and I'm sure you at home, you know how this works. When they build a set for your TV show, it's like it always looks way too big. You know, you always go like, oh, this is a show about poor people. Why is their house so big? And then the DP always says, trust me, it's going to look like confined. I think that the Howard Stern room is probably twice the size of this.
No, it's the cameras make it look bigger, because have you ever seen the Wheel of Fortune? The actual physical wheel? It's tiny. It's like 5 feet across. It looks 20 feet across. But if everything on TV, the Jeopardy set is like as big as this room, but you put 4 cameras in there and you get some angles going and it looks giant. It's all bullshit.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're kind of implying that Chris is doing a bad job, because it's like if it looks cramped in here, then you're saying it's on him.
I've not seen it on camera. We don't have the same kind of. We don't have Jeopardy cameras in here. We've got.